All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to twitch.tv/Secret Humor Man for the continuation of the Bingo Royale Banjo Tooie tournament. It is our final semifinal today, guys. We are in crunch time. Today, Dango, tournament favorite, if you will, is going up against Steve. Both of them have worked really hard to get into semifinals, but one of them will face defeat today. Winner moves into grand finals against iCup for the potential first place prize of $1,200 US. And if they lose against iCup, they get $600 US. Loser today goes to face Xenernicus in the third place match to see which of those two will receive the third place prize of $300 US. So there's a lot at stake today. We're going to see who decides to take it, who makes the right decisions, and who comes out on top. Let's go ahead and undeafen and see how are our runners feeling today.
Morning. Feeling good. I think Dango. Right. Oh, Dango's back. Nice.
Yep, I'm here.
We've got a lot at stake today, as I just told the audience. Winner today guarantees themselves at least $600. Pretty big. Loser goes to face Xenernicus for only the potential of $300. So,
oh boy.
How are you guys feeling? A lot of practice leading up to this? Ready for it?
I'm feeling ready. You know, going up against the tournament favorite is not easy, but I won't go down without a fight.
Hell yeah.
Well, I've been watching Steve's bingos, and I have to say, I'm a little nervous because he's been doing some good bingos. So, but I've been doing some practice, so I think I'm as ready as I'll be.
All right. Well, good. You guys both have the first seed ready to go?
Yep.
Should
already.
Be 372177.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, Cole, thank you again for joining me today
here
for semifinals. We ready to kick this off, guys?
I'm ready.
Ready.
All right, guys. We're going to start game number one. Actually, we're not going to start yet because I got to get Steve's audio. Okay, now we're going to start game number one in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right. And start the timer as soon as these guys get into their game file. And here is our bingo card for game one, Cole. Witchy World warps in the middle.
Got Hatch the baby alien. What a great goal.
Dango's favorite goal. Always looking for the bingo rows that will make that goal work. And unfortunately, we haven't seen many of them this tournament. But maybe it's in one today. Who knows? Although probably not, based on the goals that I'm seeing. Because it's also with Open the Door to Weldar.
Yeah, but look at that free Mumbo pad in that row.
True. 3 Mumbo pads. With the GGM warps, although 6 Cheetos. Oh, well, you've got the Saucer of Peril synergy. With Hatch the Baby Alien. Wow, actually, is column 5 anti-bait? Is column 5 actually decent? 4 bosses, Saucer of Peril with Mumbo pads, and hatching the Baby Alien?
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually not in a bad row. Steve going down to 2 damage.
We're going to talk about another row that uses Hatch. Column 1 is interesting.
Column 1, we've got the Force Talon Torpedo with hatching eggs, 2 Jiggies and 7 levels each. Which wouldn't be too bad because you could do Terry to get your hatch 7 eggs ready to go.
And you got Hatch, so you can get Tip Top.
Oh, true. Yeah, you could come back to JRL and do Tip Top. You can come back and do tipped up smugglers, not even do the swim potentially. Although, well, you have to do the swim for
I
Talon
mean,
Torpedo.
you could just do JRL later
Yeah.
and do your TDL first by warping there, get your Terry, your hatch, and then go to JRL for your first time and get Talon Torpedo.
Well, we are just about synced here. Steve getting the first try red house. That's about the advantage he's had. Both of them got Klungo skip and had green Klungo. So already looking to be a nice competitive semifinal today. Cole, who do you think is going to take it?
So this comes down to, will Dango choke again?
That is unfortunately what he is known for. We've seen him choke twice against highly rated opponents. Whereas Steve lost to Xbox. That's sort of his reputation, which is less of a stinging reputation, if I might say so myself. Yeah, I think it comes down to gameplay. I think Dango, like Steve said, he is the tournament favorite. I do think Dango is probably more in a position to win today. He is the one who's done all the bingo timings, all the practice. But yes, it will come down to his performance. We have seen chokes even in this tournament from Dango. And it looks like Steve has already chosen column 5, Cole.
Column 5.
So
Okay.
even out of jingling, he's ready to route column 5. Let's see, did Dango make a decision? No, not yet. So Dango is going to go ahead and opt for a little bit more time. We have seen Dango avoid the Jiggy Wiggy puzzle. Maybe today he respects Steve enough to go inside and take that extra routing time. We'll see what he decides to do when he gets into Wooded Hollow. So Steve, he's already knocked out one boss. Can he route in hatching the baby alien with his Mumbo pads? I guess his Mumbo pads are pretty much chosen for him, right? He's got to literally power the Saucer of Peril. He has to heal the alien dad, and then he's got to... oh, no, I guess he doesn't have them chosen for him. So he can pick one more. Those would be
He'll
the two
probably do
mandatory
another Wiki
ones.
World.
Yeah, another Witchy World since he's already going to power the saucer.
You're already there.
Okay, Dango is in Jiggy Wiggy, guys, whereas Steve avoided the puzzle altogether. So Steve is actually going to take the 3-second time save here today and hope that his routing on the fly is a little better.
And knowing what you're doing early makes sense to skip it. However, it's not a huge time loss. Sometimes you just sit there and route.
Yeah.
Because we have seen people mess up their GGM routes by not routing it.
Yep. I mean, we saw Xenernicus. He was fumbling so much in the first game last time. He was in GGM after the puzzle and still didn't quite know what he was doing in there. So I don't think taking this puzzle is always a 3-second time loss with that extra routing time you just said. Steve is going to go ahead and set up a DCW here. Or no, I'm sorry. He's going to at least free the saucer box. So I guess, does that make sense? Does Steve getting a free DCW out of this help him? Will he use that DCW somewhere? Maybe just to get Clockworks early? Maybe just to get into TDL and
He may
avoid the
just go
swim?
to- Yeah. Like, just by going the Terry.
But can he DCW into TDL with enough notes for Hatch? That's the real question. Dango has also chosen column 5.
Mirror match. They saw that. They saw that synergy. That
Yeah.
we both saw.
So that's funny that we both mentioned Hatch a Baby Alien and then it ended up being in a pretty decent row. At least what we think so. Okay, so let's see. They both have a boss and Steve has 2 warp pads. So yeah, I guess it really comes down to, will they use this free DCW to their advantage? Will they both pick the same thing? I guess really, notes might be a factor in this, Cole. Can they DCW to Terry with enough notes to get Hatch? Or will they have to make 2 trips? And will it be better to do 2 trips?
I mean, technically, you there is enough notes to do it. You just have to be grabbing a lot of notes. And since you're already going to be doing Van and whatnot, you can easily grab all your Witchy World.
Thank you. I was just about to say that they're already turning into the Van, so notes shouldn't be a problem. Oh.
You just got to make sure you're getting most of them.
Dango accidentally grabbing GGM Cheeto. Why did Dango grab that Cheeto? Please tell me he did not switch rows on us. No, he did not. He just, I guess, muscle memory grabbed that Cheeto. Both got GGM early, first try. That's always nice. Yeah, that's true, Xenonicus. They don't need Clockworks before they go to HFP. But they do need Hatch before they go to HFP. So, ideally, they don't want to be getting notes from HFP just to have to come back. All right, Steve, with the first goal, is done with his warp pads. I think he's on his way out now. Yeah. So what is their 4 bosses, Cole? Quango. Will they do Terry? Because they're going to TDL?
Let's see. They may do a Dragon Brother, at least one.
Oh, they could do one Dragon Brother. You're right. They could get Ice Eggs and do Billy. Yeah. I think Minji is probably out of the question. No reason to go there just to search for Minji. Ooh, Steve misses the egg shot.
And I mean, Hatch is literally right there. You're driving around getting the tickets at this van.
Oh, Patch, yeah. Yeah, we could see Patch.
Well, we saw a runner practice Patch right before this.
But they both did practice Patch right before this.
Yeah, you could argue Minji is the DCW location so that they could leave, grab a set of notes or two. But just leaving CCL so slow.
Yeah, I don't hate it because they could get some extra notes in CCL plus the 10 by the bubble on the way down. Maybe they think that's worth it over doing Terry.
I think it would be worth it over Terry.
And there's no notes with Terry. It's just the extra travel time from coming down.
Slow.
So maybe we'll see Quango Patch Minji. Maybe. I kind of like Quango Minji Billy.
Yes, I think Billy is the better one because it lets you just get up to the top with the flight pad and you get the boss.
All right, well, we're going to see who had a better routing of GGM here very soon. Once Dango gets to Wooded Hollow, he is also done with his warp pads. Steve with a good puzzle.
If they want to have notes before TDL, you could just go to a cliff top, hit the silo, enter HFP, and then do Billy, and then just save and quit on Billy.
That's true. They would get, what, like 20 extra notes, I guess?
And so it wouldn't be crazy to do 2 HFP trips like Xenoticus is saying, because you already have to go that way.
It would be at least 30 notes if they did a second route and saved and quit on Billy.
Or save and quit on the Mumbo pad and just finish up that level, yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
so
get
do
more
Billy
notes
and
by
then
running
Beak
down
Bomb back to Icy side. Yeah. That could be okay. Yeah, actually, I don't hate that at all. You get some extra notes, you get the cliff top notes around HFP, and then you just save the hatch part for later.
There's quite a few possible routing things in this one. We'll see what our runners decide, because that's what I think this is going to come down to, is who's going to do which of these, like, routes, because none of them are obvious.
Okay, well, Steve is at about a 15-second advantage right now, entering MT. Oh, that's a good point, Brad. You do want upper fire in this, you do want to get upper fire warp.
Yeah.
Oh! Dango got the entrance Cheeto, so he didn't lose flight on that one.
Okay, I was wondering if there was going to be some reason why you wanted the cutscene out of the way. That makes sense.
Yeah, he didn't want to have to, like, time the flap. That might screw Steve here, although he saved it for the second flight. He might just get it and then Beak Bomb out. Good JSG early from Steve. So yeah, so they're at 230 leaving MT. Neither of them swam for extra 10 notes in Pine Grove, right? So they left those on the table. I don't know if that even matters. I guess it depends on how much they want in JRL or in Clifftop in general. Whether they do a trip into either of those levels. I guess that they have the opportunity to get a fair amount in JRL since they've got to do UFO. How much notes they decide to grab in Town Center. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe they don't even need to do 2 trips to HFP. Yeah. Because they'll have plenty of JRL notes to pick from. Steve's struggling with the code a little bit. All right, Dango has cut the lead to 6 seconds on the Code Chamber Death Warp. So a little bit tighter of a route so far. Nice grab and fight from Steve.
Yeah, we're basically synced.
Yeah, we're pretty much synced. Both climbing to the pillars, Cheeto, and getting the hell out of MT. Dango with the slight lead.
Gotta dodge the honeycomb.
Dango falls in the water, gets the drowning animation. A little bit of a time loss there for him.
Closer.
Yeah, now it's even closer. Okay, so heading to Pine Grove. We said we think they're gonna get 2 Mamba pads in here. I think you're probably right. And then they've got to do torch jump, van, and setting up the saucer of peril. And then we'll see if they decide to do hatch. Or I mean patch, not hatch. Excuse me.
Well, yeah, this is that first boss decision right here. I mean, if you're already getting all these notes and going around, patches, and you can do patch fast. It's not terrible. But is it the optimal one in this round?
Can they do patch optimally, Cole? That's the real question. We saw both of them struggle in the pregame practice menu. Okay, it looks like Dango is for sure doing patch. Because he avoided notes, and I'm sure he's going to get them later when he gets tickets as the van. Oh, and Steve bonks on split up. Hate to see that. Okay, Dango did skip door notes to climb immediately for this. So Steve, 10 notes up on Dango right now. Dango with his sick setup. Shoots it, gets into Talon Trot, presses B.
I mean, it's a good timing strategy.
Yeah. Steve also with the first try DCW. Okay. So again, we're coming down to that boss decision. Seeing what these guys are comfortable with. Or if they're going to bite the bullet anyways, even if it's outside of the comfort zone. They could swap this boss for Klungo too, and I don't think that would be too bad. Although we have no clue where they're going to free DCW to. That's the one problem. Okay, Dango is not getting tickets, Cole. He is not going to do patch.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Oh no, Steve is just taking the opposite route here.
Nothing like double van.
And Steve is not getting tickets either, guys. So I think they've decided they're going to do Klungo too. I guess this makes sense. They don't want to untransform from the van, right? Or, well, I guess they have to do the Mumbo pads.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Dango still only has 4. He just has 5 Cheetos. There's not a whole lot to talk about this row, Cole. It's like we're just waiting really to just see the notes. Like how much notes they're DCWing with.
The difference is going to happen here
because right now, I mean, Steve is following pretty much exactly in Dango's footsteps. They're both going to head to Mumbo. They're both going to do at least 2 Mumbo pads and probably save and quit. And then I imagine they're both going to go to Cliff Top.
Yeah.
And that's just up
At the
to
very
how many
least,
notes do they do? Will they do?
first trip
Yeah. Yeah, like you
JRL,
said.
at the very least.
Yeah, first trip JRL, get Talent Torpedo, do the UFO.
So I know they got the Space Stone warp pad, so yep, doing it here.
This is an interesting choice from Dango. He's going to do Saucer of Peril warp last so he doesn't have to walk out of Area 51.
Yeah.
Looks like Steve's going to do the same. Wow. Something
Yeah,
I
why
would
would you
never
wanna
have thought
walk?
of. I just,
It's such a long walk.
that's the way we do it in Hundo. It's just the routing I'm used to.
Oh yeah, in Hundo, you're ending on Star Spinner.
Yeah.
It's a longer walk because you're going in through another loading zone.
So when are they going back for I guess, are they going to end this bingo on Cavern of Horrors Cheetah? When they come back for Saucer of Peril?
Yeah, with Clockwork.
All right. Well. Dango's out. We'll pay attention here. We'll see how much of a time second advantage he has. Looks like about 20 seconds. Maybe a little more. 25. Yeah. About 25-second advantage that Dango has on Steve going to Cliff Top. Both re-entered their file. They're not going to DCW just yet. So now, again, I kind of have the question, Cole. Do they DCW to Minji for a free boss and leave? Or are they both planning to DCW to Terry with enough notes to just get Hatch and do a one-trip TDL?
It all comes down to what they think is going to be optimal bosses. So we are seeing a Billy.
Well, they needed this for UFO anyways, right?
Billy and UFO, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
But
that's
we're
synergy.
assuming we're going to see Billy. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Steve hadn't gotten these notes yet? Steve got sign notes, but not Hive notes? The hell routing is that? Okay. The lead grows for
Didn't need
Dango.
them.
Okay, so Dango is even ahead on notes. Dango has 5 more notes than Steve does getting ice eggs. And Steve bonks again. God, you hate to see that. This insult to injury. Okay, so this is interesting from Dango. He has gotten very little notes in the town. He just got the ones outside. He did not eat any extra loading zones.
Okay.
Let's see what Steve decides. Yeah. So Steve will be up on notes when he DCWs. I like Steve grabbing a free Globo here too. Gets a free Globo for later when he needs Mumbo.
Yeah, it makes it so that, like, you really don't want to grab that Globo in front on Fireside if you don't have to.
Although we assume that they'll have time to pick it up if they're going to Billy. I guess that's what Dango thinks. He didn't need to go into Panas for it.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, you're gonna get it there.
Or you could even get the one on top of Cliff Top since you're getting the notes. Oh, there's a bonk from Dango on Talent Torpedo. Dango's not even going to get the 30 of the treble clef. And warp back up to Town Center. He's just going to eat the death warp here. Now will he get more? Will he go into Jollies?
Grabbing some.
No, still not going into
More.
Jollies. Very interesting JRL differences here. I don't know how much the notes difference is going to matter.
Okay, so he's at this amount.
355 on a save and quit here. Man, is Dango good at DCW? Maybe Dango doesn't even DCW.
He set up the DCW.
I know, but that doesn't mean he has to use it. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't, but
Is he gonna?
he could just do
is he gonna
Klungo too.
DCW to Willie. Is he gonna
Oh!
DCW to Willie?
I didn't even think about that.
And then you jump down. And then you Billy.
Yeah, if you DCW to Willie, you don't have to do Minji. Oh my god, that is actually such a sick route. And then you could just walk to upper fire?
Yeah. And then you.
Because they both already hit
That
the
could-
they both already hit the bridge switch, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have to hit the bridge switch if you were doing this, but that's a silly warp to do.
Well, you'd have to warp, or yeah, I guess you could come back later. That's true.
I mean, you would do it.
Yeah,
After
Dango's
you
not DCWing.
do-
He re-entered the file. He's going to Klungo 2.
like I said, he still could just do the warp like after he.
Oh,
hatch.
just literally warped to Willie after
just-
hatch? Yeah.
Yeah. You just warp there. And you're at the boss fight, you do it, and then
Oh my god. Yeah, you're so right. Wait, I honestly think that's what he's gonna do. Yeah, there's not much left in this route to screw up besides the notes, and I'm not quite sure how much more Steve has than Dango.
we'll see what Steve's decision he is.
Okay, Steve's DCW now. Minji. Or Terry. Minji. I think this is wrong. I think if Dango does Willie, game is over. I think.
This is where, yeah, if you're gonna DCW directly to a boss, I think Willie is what you do.
Because Steve is still going to have to do Klungo too. Unless Steve is thinking of doing both dragons? But that's even worse, right? You would definitely want to do Klungo 2 over Willie.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, I think this is over. Barring, Dango could die getting HFP notes, I suppose. And, lose some time. $365. 365, 375, 385. I mean, yeah, Dango's not lost on notes. He's got plenty. I honestly don't even know if Steve can get notes in. I don't think he'll get notes in CCL. I think he's going to leave here and beat bomb to the bubble.
At this point, yes.
Oh, Steve didn't cancel the text in time.
You'll get enough notes from just leaving CCL to then climbing TDL. Should be fine. Ooh.
That would have been Dango's first big error right there if he fell. Perfectly noted routes. Routed notes, rather. Yeah, he is 100% just going on to the bubble. Don't fall through the bubble. Okay, good. Fun fact, if you do crash land right before the bubble, you fall through the level and die and lose your DCW. You do not go in the bubble. So good on Steve for landing prior to the bubble.
And that's where, at least in this row, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. Because he had to do Klungo 2 anyway.
Here goes Dango. Oh, Dango's also going to Minji.
He's just warping the Minji because he can.
Yeah,
And
so he just
point
thinks
out-
this is better than Willie.
I mean, it does increase the second flight's length.
Oh
But
yeah,
I
that's
like that
true.
you're just-
That's true.
You're just in the level if
Yeah.
you do it to the dragons.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like it too.
Especially, yeah, if you do.
I
Willy,
guess it's
then-
just because Minji is so much shorter than Willie, than doing both dragons, that it's probably still worth it with the well, I don't know. Is it worth it with the travel time out of CCL? I guess the difference here for Dango is he can warp to Minji and then just die. And then do Saucer of Peril.
Oh, that's probably what it is. Yeah. Never mind then.
He can just jump off because he's already gone to Wasteland.
That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
I mean, you still could have done that with the Dragon Breath. Just finish hatching the alien, and then you Death Warp.
And then Death Warp?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess, yeah, you would Death Warp and then recombine and then kill yourself. And go back to GGM. This is a crazy row.
The routing choices are what's making this crazy, is that it wasn't just a easy set, oh, this is what you got to do for this row. There was like so many different choices with notes and bosses that's made this one fun.
Well, we look tied on the goals below the tracker, but Steve still needs to learn Hatch. So he is that far behind, plus he's got to re-enter GGM to get to Saucer. Yeah. This is this is so sick.
This is what's gonna make the huge difference on time.
Yeah.
This right here.
Yeah. Steve did route his notes perfectly too, just not as efficiently as Dango did. They both will have 420 entering. Yeah, this row is actually so crazy. They've got a big long alien cutscene coming, but and Saucer of Peril, but besides that, they've had to do nothing.
It feels like we're almost done, but you've still got quite a bit that going on right now.
We are done in terms of like, you know, Saucer of Peril, Cave of Horrors, HFP, but that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot still.
But
to
you've
come.
got a long mini game here. You've got another boss to do. You've got cutscenes to watch.
Yeah.
You've got Mumbo to do. There's still quite a bit of time, even though it seems like, oh, we're gonna just get these all done. We still got another 10-something minutes.
Yeah, for sure. And unfortunately for Steve, I don't know if there's anything like, what's the costly error that Dango could make to have Steve catch up? I don't even know if there is one. I guess he could fail torch jump. That would be one if he died in the cavern and had to walk all the way back from Saucer.
Didn't he get Clockwork?
Oh, Steve is saving Saucer. Oh, yeah, that's true. Dango got Clockworks. As did Steve.
Which is the reason why you do it at that point.
Yeah.
Second trip.
Steve chose to end on Saucer. No, he's ending on the Cheeto page.
Yeah. But he's still ending.
Whereas Dango isn't. Zanern, Dango, DCW to Minji, and immediately Death Warped to go back to Saucer of Peril.
Since it puts you right at GGM.
Yeah. It was a very good choice. Okay, now this is curious. Steve is gonna do the Mumbo stuff now.
Well, because then he's just gonna.
Oh, so he does Mumbo then
Mumbo
Billy
and jump down.
Yeah. He does Mumbo then Billy. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so the routes, this is our first real, well, this is our second real big route convergence. Is Steve is doing all of HFP prior to the Witchy World revisit, whereas Dango went to Witchy World immediately after losing his DCW. Dango will end on Solo K, baby. Steve will end in Cavern of Horrors. God, and this is just, this is kind of feels bad for Steve in just that, like, he didn't make any mistakes in his route. Besides just, like, doing something that ended up being slower.
Yeah, because technically, yeah, they both did Minji, but just Dango figured out how to put it in there a little bit more efficiently. That was a very smart way to save some time.
You like this from Dango, too? Dango is only spawning the Cheeto page, not spawning both. He only got 400.
I still wish we saw Willie.
I do think the DCW to Willie would have been sick.
Because you still could have Death Warp.
Yeah, you still could have done it. But I do think fighting Willie is slower than fighting Minji.
But is it slower if you didn't have to move the bridge
Yeah,
and travel through all of HFP to places?
true.
Save some travel time, cutscenes. I think it could have been pretty
All
cool.
right. Dango's heading to his final level.
We'll see how he decides to route his HFP.
I imagine the same way that Steve's doing it. Nice death warp from Steve. Doesn't have to go do the other Mumbo pad. Jumps off the top there. No notes needed, no Globo needed. Yeah, I just think Steve is going to be in Saucer Peril when Dango finishes. Just a bummer. He's going to get pulled in at the end of his minigame. Dang, Dango even clawing his controller there to gold feathers while rotating the camera to reduce lag. Big long alien cutscene for Dango coming up. Dango could fall off of Chili Billy? Is that the error? The error that's left? Steve is done with HFP. Or, I'm sorry, he's done with bosses. Now he just drops down, splits up, and hatches Gamma. Gamete. Whatever its name is.
Gamba.
Yeah. Gamba. Oh my god, I thought Steve wasn't gonna make it.
It's pretty lenient.
Okay. Thought he
Wait, as
came
long
out
as
of the
you
crouch jump
crouch
really early with the lag. Okay, I don't know. Is this kind of close, Cole?
You forget how long
How long Saucer is?
Saucer Peril is.
I mean,
It's
that's
like
all
5
Steve
minutes.
has left. That and Cavern, but yeah. I mean, Dango still has to do the Chili Billy stuff. Dango did
Yeah,
have the more
like-
clever route. Oh, for sure.
Well, yeah, and like I was mentioning, like they both did the same things. It's just that DCW saved a bunch of travel time, maybe like a minute or so of travel time,
Yeah.
which
Steve having to
that's
come
where
down
all
from the bubble.
completed.
Yes. Yeah, Steve lost at least 40 in CCL total. Across the loading zones and the travel time.
Yeah, other than that, like both of them have been playing pretty well. No major mistakes on their part of gameplay wise.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's going to feel bad for Steve. He literally made 0 mistakes and he lost just because Dango was like, yeah, it's better to DCW here than later. And I saved 40 seconds. Yeah, you're right. Dango's heading into Billy. We still haven't taken off on the saucer. It's just we're gonna pull Steve in. And he's gonna have not
He's
finished
gonna be
the
just,
saucer
like,
apparel
bang off
yet.
the saucer or
Yeah.
whatever.
I would have been
Yeah,
real
another-
interested, Cole, to see one of them do the DCW to Willie, though. I still think that is a sick idea. Do all of HFP in one trip without hitting the bridge. And then Death Warp. And go back to Saucer. I think that would have been so sick. But I also think it would have been slower than Minji, probably. All right. Dango's just got to take Solo K over to Icy. Is this a 51 from Dango? It's going to be close. You would just see the alien cutscene when you come out of the fight. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this will be a 51 from Dango. Nasty row. Hilarious that we joked about it and then it ended up being insane. That was a pretty early jump there from Dango, too. Looks like he's fine. And... time. GG. All right, let's bring him in. All right, GG's.
All right. Well, wasn't that close then?
I mean, it was close. It was just...
Jesus.
Ugh.
God, Dango.
Yeah.
What happened?
You guys did the same row, almost exact same route, just Dango made his DCW more worth it at the time.
Where did you go to, Dango?
He went to Minji, Steve,
I-
but he killed himself immediately after to do Saucer of Peril.
Oh, so you learned Hatch, then DCW'd. That's a
Yes.
really good strat, yeah.
It saved a ton of travel time in places to do
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
that way.
It
And
saved
that's
all
only
the
reason-
bubble
that's
travel.
Basically, the only reason you're behind.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, literally, you guys made. I mean, I don't think you guys made any gameplay mistakes. Dango
Yeah, I was
almost
really happy
fell
with
on
how
his
I
way to
played this
Hatch
game.
Cave, and that was it. That was
I
like
mean,
the only big
You
one I
guys
could
were
think of.
in like 10-ish seconds for a majority of the entire match up until the DCW time.
Holy.
Congo 2 time.
Holy
You
crap.
diverged.
Yeah. I mean, that was a really good thought, Dango. I didn't think to do that, honestly. I'm
Yeah,
always
so where
scared
was your
with
big brain
post-
idea of DCWing to Willie?
Yeah.
To
No.
skip having to open the bridge and you could jump down
Oh,
and
God.
then do Billy as your other boss.
I don't think there is a region in my brain that accepts the possibility of DCWing to Clifftop.
I honestly feel like Minji would be faster than that boss.
That's what we said. I said I still think Minji wins just in terms of boss time, but we did think it would have been cool to do like a full one-trip HFP without hitting the bridge switch. Because
Yeah,
you
that
could have
would've been
just done all of HFP, rejoined, then death warped, and gone back to Saucer Apparel.
Man, the death. I was actually considering doing Congo 2 from the usual direction. I hadn't followed through with that thought, and I really should have.
Yeah, that's what Dango did. Did
Yeah,
all that,
I
did
mean-
Wasteland, and then went to Minji and died.
I mean, honestly, if I play like this and I lose, I don't even mind because I was very happy with how I played in this bingo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean you had
losing to that is completely acceptable in my book.
you had one more bonk, but that was about it. Other than that, it's like gameplay was perfectly fine from both of you. Just Steve lost 40 seconds doing a DCW earlier than intended. That was it.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it was
man.
like within like 40 seconds.
I mean, I didn't get. What was your final time there, Steve? Did you even mark
like
it?
2 minutes after.
Like 53, 54.
Oh, okay, so
messed
I
up
guess-
the clockwork shot at the end
I
a
guess
little bit.
2 minutes off, but still, like accumulated
you
total.
underestimate-
I mean, Dango had a little bit more of an efficient note route, I suppose. That was like the other thing that he gained time on, but
Yeah, I didn't have to go into jollies. Just wasn't sure about my node routing at the time.
he didn't go into any buildings in JRL. Didn't eat any.
Yeah, I mean, it
loading
was the only
zones.
one I went into
Yeah.
either. It's like for a moment I kind of panicked because I was like, oh shit, I need a ton of notes and I'm gonna DCW straight after Witchy World, but then I realized, oh no, I'm gonna do JRL first. So I thought I was more pressed for notes than I actually was. Damn, nice game one.
Yeah, GG's. All right, we'll reset. We'll take a small bathroom break, and we'll get you guys ready for game 2. I'll post seed number 2 in the channel.
Cool, I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom as well. Okay. Very well executed game one
Thank you.
from
Thank
both
you.
of you. You guys made it
Man,
hard to
I mean-
commentate because it was like, what is there really to talk about? They're doing the routes like perfectly synced for the most part, and then
We were just trying to like guess what bosses you may be doing.
yep.
I was thinking Terry for the longest time until I realized, wait a minute, I'm already getting ice eggs and I'm gonna use the flight pad anyways. I need to do
Yeah.
Billy. I mean, the idea was like,
Right?
well, I
Yeah, then we're
K1,
like,
K2,
well, they shouldn't
Minji,
do
and
Terry
Billy.
because Minji's so much faster. And then
Yeah.
we're glad that you guys both decided Minji.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I'm a bit bummed I didn't make that big brain play, but I mean, I guess that's where Dango has the edge. Because I mean,
now
just
you know.
thinking about it, I lost a lot of time on that. It's just these plays where you intentionally death warp after DCW. I mean, they can be so good, but I mean, coming up with them, I don't find it to be super easy because you're always like, oh, what if I need to do something in Wasteland or whatever?
Doesn't come up very often.
No, I was kind of worried about choosing this row because obviously it swims and it does Clundo and DCWs, and I'm like, is this the biggest bait ever? But it turned out to be
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, I was wondering
Ended
the
up
same.
being a fast row.
Unfortunately,
As I
we
was
won't know
watching-
based on another row that you guys could have picked, but it was the first row that Cole and I looked at.
Which was the other one you guys were looking at?
I mean, I guess we kind of talked
I
about a
talked about
couple
column
others,
one.
but mostly we were just like, is this actually good? Is this anti-bait?
Yeah, I was also wondering, like, as the Aliens cutscene was playing, I was like, yeah, is this row actually that good? I'm not too sure.
The free like Mumbo Pad skull is.
Yeah.
nice.
Did we do the same Mumbo pads too?
Yep. And in the same order.
Nice.
So I was saying, like, you were within like 10, 15 seconds to like
You
each
were,
other throughout the entire
yeah.
beginning.
Let's see, Steve, you were 25 seconds saving and quitting out of Witchy World. 25 seconds behind Dango.
Okay.
But
Oh,
you
wow. How
were,
old
but
did
you
you-
were you were 15 seconds ahead of Dango entering MT. But leaving MT,
Okay,
you were
wow.
7 seconds ahead. So it was just
How did
like
you
little
save so
things.
much time on me in Witchy World? Wow.
He did
Yeah,
all the
your
notes as
note
the
route
van.
was a little awkward.
He did all the notes
Okay.
as the van.
Okay. I think I got all the notes as the
He
van
also
too,
had
though,
a
right?
he also had a cleaner gondola DCW movement, I think.
Your no
Okay.
route was awkward a little bit, Steve.
Yeah,
And
fair.
that's kind of where you lost a bit of time.
Yeah, Dango
Yeah, was it
dropped
the-
down with the van and got both door notes as the van.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I hope that somebody would like that.
Well, that was like the first big change in between y'all's routes. Besides, the only thing that we were like, oh, Dango's big brain is he got GGM entrance Cheeto, and we were like, why is he doing this? But then that's because he got
Yeah, to stay in flight. Yeah.
he stayed in flight for the other one, but it didn't even matter because you got Slumber Cheeto before getting the
Yeah.
flight one anyways. So it was like, okay,
Yeah,
who cares?
yeah, usually I do what Dango does there, but I forgot to grab the Cheeto page in GGM, so I was like, I'll just get Slumber first. It doesn't really make a
I
difference.
still think it was fine because you just beat bombed a prison compound anyways. It's like, who
Yep.
cares? Who really cares? All right, you guys got C2?
Holy.
410 883.
Yep.
All right, you guys both ready
There's a
for
nice
game
new
2?
Secret feature that was added between matches.
Oh, did you?
A secret.
Hell
Are we
yeah!
doing it? Is it a
So-
shot bingo now?
No. Now instead of right clicking, you guys can scroll the mouse wheel.
Can we still right click though?
Yes,
still
yes, you can still right click.
Okay, good. Okay, perfect.
But now you can scroll the mouse wheel so that you don't have to. You don't have to. You know, if you over
loop
click,
through
you don't
if
have to
we
loop
over-click.
through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Nice.
is a feature I've
Thanks,
needed
Cole.
this entire tournament. Thank you, Cole. Okay. All right, you guys ready for game 2?
Let's do it.
All right. We'll see if Steve can equalize or if Dango hammers him into the third place match. Good luck to both of you. We'll start game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Good luck,
Good
Bingo.
luck.
Good luck.
All right, and we will reveal the bingo board and kick off the timer as soon as they enter their file. There they go. Looks like Steve may be a little behind. Hard to tell with Dengo dropping so many frames. Let's see here. Actually, let me reveal the bingo card first. That way Cole can talk while I'm adjusting.
Obviously, the best row on here is column 1. We've got Canary Mary, Aliens Kids, and Unscrewing Platforms and GI.
All right, sorry, chat, for letting Cole talk. Let's actually take a look at the card. Ooh, Return the Lost Styrac in the middle. You hate to see it. Actually, well, that's better than Heal the Sick Styrac, but still not a good
Okay,
goal
it's
you
not-
want in the middle.
I'm noticing that there is quite a few like GI goals.
Ooh, we do have the Kill All 9 security cameras again, Cole. That was really fun watching Sunder do that for the first time last week.
Like we got Twinkly's packing.
Oh, and now we actually have Alien Kids. Yikes.
Yeah, that I wasn't joking on column 1. How great it is.
Let's see, all 3 Cheetos again. Might see some Saucer of Peril returning. Pig Pool.
Yeah, that row 5 has some fate.
How do you think about column 4? Column 4, I think, is pretty interesting, actually. Dodgems is the only one I think is, like, really kind of out of the way in that one.
Yeah, that's one of those long single goals that you're just invested in for a long time with that really isn't helping you with much else.
Man, I actually really like column 4 because you can do a DCW to Toxic Waste to hit the Pig Pool switch and then cross and get the blue Jinjo and then leave. If you DCW into Toxic Waste with Clockworks. And then you can do Talon Torpedo, get some GI Jiggies, and make it your 5th level. That would be a sicko routing row. Steve again getting Red House jump before Dango can.
So, how do you think like you're even supposed to get Red House treble clef? Like,
With Grip
No.
Grab.
wow, I didn't know that.
The intended way would be with Grip Grab. Jokers. All right, well, Dango really gave Steve a little bit of an advantage there. Steve had a slower Klungo 1, but now he is ahead. What other options do we have here, Cole? Do we like either the diagonals? I guess Blue Jinjos. Blue Jinjos does force you into Toxic Waste. That's the one kind of issue with rows that it's a part of.
Yeah.
Column 2, Canary Mary plus Saucer Peril. I send that back. Row 1, Dodgems with Canary Mary. Not a lot of synergy there. Bring the Train isn't with any bosses. JRL HFP with Packing Jiggy. Yeah, I agree with Zernicus. This is kind of a rough card.
Yeah. Where are those? The blue.
I definitely like 3 Jiggies in 5 over 5 Jiggies in 3. Okay, Steve opting for the extra puzzle time here to decide what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I'll blame them. Neither of them have chosen a row yet. Probably very, very hard choice here. Yeah, I will say, Zenern, I don't think row 4 is the worst row on the card. I think row 4 you could work with. especially because you'll double up in GI with getting into Toxic Waste. You already have to do Taxi Pack Whack for packing Jiggy, so it's not that much more difficult to get into Toxic Waste if you don't want a DCW there.
Yeah, row 4, I've been looking at it, but it's just...
It's long. It's long. It's going to
Yeah,
be
the other
longer
stuff
than
in
the
there
row we
makes
just
it
did.
long.
Yeah, we talked about column 4, Nunya. I do like column 4 as well. That's true too. That's true too, Zinern. End in Smugglers for your JRL Jiggies and then swim there intentionally through Smugglers to GI to get the blue Jinjo. Would save you a battery trip. Alright, well, Steve is just about at the end of his cutscene here, has not made a decision. Dango as well. Hovering on row. Steve has now chosen row 4. So he has gone with your choice, Inernicus. Dango still deciding. Like I said, I do think there is some synergy there in row 4. I don't hate it. Okay, and Dango has gone with row 5.
Okay.
So going back to the Sauce of Peril and opting for the Jiggy flexibility. Probably going to pick MT, GGM, and GI. Or no, I'm sorry. Will he pick JRL because of Pig Pool?
No.
Surely not, right?
No, that's the bait.
Yeah.
You would do Witchy World.
Oh, you do Witchy World. Oh, because of the 3 Cheeto pages. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Because the 2 of the Jiggies are easy, and then you get 1 for your left.
Yep.
Saucer.
It will force Dango to do Patch, though. Or Star Spinner. One of the 2.
But yeah, this is where I'm like, I looked at this one, I'm like, this is kind of a bait row where at 5 Jiggies in the 3 levels with those choices, it's hard to choose.
Wait. Is Xenernicus right? Is this the first roof warp row, Cole? Row 5?
That start unscrewing all the platforms?
Yes! Get the fight pad and start unscrewing the platforms. The only reason I think it's not is because you would have to get Spring Ace. And Dango does not need to be getting Spring Ace.
What do you need? Oh, yeah. To get up.
He would need Spring Ace to get up there.
Get the GI, yeah.
Damn. Damn, I was like actually theory crafting. I'm assuming Steve got this first Globo. But I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm glad Steve didn't set up a DCW either. He's got a lot of other options to get into Toxic Waste. He does not necessarily need a DCW in there. Kind of a scary road for Steve. I think Steve is going to have to execute a lot more tricks versus Dango. Dango really just has to worry about the platform routing for unscrewing. Whereas Steve has to do a lot of the HFP clockwork shots and figure out a way into Toxic Waste.
Unscrewing the platforms is really fast.
Yeah.
If you have, once you have flight pad access.
Yes. Yeah, it's just attic, that one window in floor 2, and then you got to get into floor 3, and that's it.
Or you just beat bomb into the chimney and you
Or, oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah, exactly. 100% right.
So it's super fast to do it once you're flying.
So again, Dango will get a free... He will get a free DCW here. I wonder where he's going to go. Does he go to Minji just to knock off George?
And then go do saucer, bro.
And then go do saucer? I mean, honestly, I kind of think that's the play.
He's running it back.
Yeah, it's just the difference of 75 notes and going into TDL, Xenericus. I don't think he has a reason to go into TDL, which is why I don't think Roof Warp is going to happen. But it would be nice to see it.
The problem is that a setup for Roof Warp, like, takes so much time to, like, try to, like, go into the level the first time and all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why I was saying, like, going to TDL, getting enough notes for Spring East just to get to Quagmire, just to hit the button to do Roof Warp. He's just going to DCW to somewhere else. No, I think he'll DCW into Toxic Waste. He'll still have to do floor 4 early, but he won't have to do TDL. He has to hit the Toxic switch anyways, so he's just going to go to Toxic Waste. Oh, Steve just got the War Pad in there. I was like, what the hell did he go into Prison Compound for? We were so close to a Roof Warp, but unfortunately, it ain't happening. It would have been cool to see, though. Would have put him right where he needed to be for the platforms. Now here's a interesting problem for Steve. Is Steve gonna do kickball early?
Yeah, I was literally about to mention, like, how is Steve gonna route getting in his last War Pad? You don't see this one very often, and when you do, you get people in the tournaments like trying the kickball early, and it's caused some issues in the past.
Kickball early is like one of those tricks.
He is going to HFP, and he can just go in through HFP later in the seed and get it.
Yeah, but he can't go through that door as Solo K, which is really the only reason he'd ever be by the Coliseum is to do Slit Clip. So it makes it kind of awkward to get over there with BK. Yeah, you could end on it. That's true, too.
But yeah, it's better. It would be better than Stony, but it's not better than just as you're leaving the level here to just go get on the flight pad, kickball early, and then warp. So.
Yeah, but again, he wants to do that blue Jinjo's and Ernicus immediately after Slit Clip. He wants to do that whole area as Solo K, in my opinion. That's why I think if he is comfortable with it, he should do kickball early. Do kickball early, warp out, and be done.
It's still not the worst if you have to travel over there for it.
Yeah. All right. Dango's done with one level, and he's done with his Gloomy Caverns. Yeah, so kickball early, it's one of those things where it's like, when you're in the rhythm of doing it, it feels really good. But if you fuck it up once, it's really, really hard to set it back up. It doesn't really give you the angle to go for it again. And I can appreciate Steve saying, I'm not comfortable with the trick. I'm just going to figure it out later. He's not going to force himself to do something that could be faster only if he gets it first try.
Yeah. Because, yeah, if you mess it up land, it'd probably be around the same speed as on it in HFP.
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember there was a long time where, this was so long ago now, but Aaron, if you remember Aaron, the 2E runner, and I were trading all warpads and MT world records back and forth because of how fast we were getting the into kickball early beak bomb. He got it like 3 seconds earlier than I did, then I did it 3 seconds earlier than he did, then vice versa. It's just one of those tricks that really it does suck to do if you aren't comfortable with it. Okay, so Dango's gonna be getting. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I guess you technically don't need to do it. Just do the MT out of bounds and fly in. You're more comfortable with that.
Dong clip, but all the way around. That would be crazy.
I mean, you just go onto the level.
Yeah. But do they even know that? Well, not zero, because again, he is DCWing the toxic waste. George is definitely out of the way. But other than that, it's not too bad.
Well, and doing HFP sections.
Yeah, but even just doing HFP, he's just entering, splitting up, draining the water. That's all he has to do in HFP.
But it is, like we're saying, it's not doesn't synergize with anything else. So that's like it's a full time other than using it for DCW.
Steve's first blue. Heading in here to grab Pack Whack for his packing jiggy. And what's the split we think we're going to see out of Steve for the JRO HFP split? He has no reason to do Dragon Brothers, so I guess the max he can do at HFP is 5. Surely Steve is not going to do kickball, right? That's like 100% bait to hit that warp and only do Coliseum kickball.
Oh, that'd be great.
Trying to think if Steve could swing in oil drill, but not even close. Would be so many more notes from just Taxi Pack. Oh, what is this?
He needs Taxi Pack.
Oh, okay. Steve is going to get double air, so Steve is going to swim into GI. I don't think Steve needed this. I think this is a mistake. I think with fast swim, you don't need double air anymore.
He just wants to be safe, but
because the only reason I would get this is if Steve is planning on skipping ice eggs and he's gonna skip ice eggs and sub aqua egg gaming to get by the fans. That was a really interesting double air get from Steve. We'll have to see how that comes to fruition.
You're already getting the batteries in your row. You literally can just drop down for a battery and then drop down floor 1 like you do in 100% with your battery. And then you can literally enter and then taxi pack the Jinjo
Yeah.
and then Death Warp.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't know about the taxi pack. Either way, there's a lot more to commentate this time with completely different routes. Dango is saving MT stuff for Clockworks, which I think is fine.
He did skip Ice Eggs. I think he is going to do the
Yeah.
swim skip.
He's going to do the damage abuse through the fans, which is
Which then
scary.
makes it a little bit
Scary but
more
faster.
to get that fast swimming. And so Dango is opting to do Witchy World for one of his levels.
Which we said was good, right? With getting the Saucer of Peril. He's got to turn into the van anyways to get the Cheeto page, so Inferno was open to him. Doesn't mean Dango's forced to do patch. We'll have to see how well his patch is. That would be one of Dango's kryptonites for sure. Steve splitting up and grabbing the balloons. Looks like he'll also grab Wing Whack. No, he's just setting up damage. Unless...
He may just want to be Death Warping right here.
Will Steve get tipped up? I don't know. What do you think, Cole? I'm thinking no. I think Steve is going to get Pano, Smugglers. I think Steve is going to get Pano, Smugglers, Pig Pool, and See Me Fish.
Because he doesn't need to get, like, the notes for it. Yeah. JRL Jiggies just suck.
Yeah, he has no reason to do Mary Maggie. He only needs 4 JRL if he does a full HFP. And I think Pig Pool is okay in his row, considering he's got to go to HFP and CCL for Jinjos.
Pig Pool is actually one of the faster Jiggies JRL if you're already in those other levels.
Yeah.
Most of these Jiggies are all like 2-minute something Jiggies in JRL. Where Pig Pool, like, if you're already going to those other levels, is like a minute something. And most of it's cutscenes. Well, he didn't grab that
Yeah, what is he planning here? He's going to do Star Spinner. He's going to do Star Spinner, Cole.
Yeah, if you know how to do Star Spinner as Mumbo, it'll be faster than Patch.
He's thinking, I'm already turning into Mumbo to activate one pad. I might as well activate the other pad.
And sure. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he's already Mumbo, so that makes it even faster. So yeah, Star Spinner. Especially if you do it as Mumbo, it's really fast with this.
One Jiggy in JRL for Steve.
And just dipping.
One Cheetah page for Dango
Interesting, 'cause
in the Witchy World.
I would have went to go do Mary Maggie, well, and then end there. If you're
Well-
gonna end somewhere.
Well, again, he doesn't need he doesn't need Maggie. He's gonna do Pigpool, Smugglers, Pano to make 4 in JRL.
Okay, yeah.
And then he does a full HFP. Yeah, I mean, Steve, when he picked this row, made himself well aware that he was going to have a good HFP. He was going to have to do Super Slide. He was going to have to do Slit Clip. I mean, there's just no way around an optimal HFP in this row. Dango dead here? Oh my god. Lux with 1 life. Uh-oh. Steve didn't quite get into position to turn around and see where Kongo disappeared to. So I'm trying to think if there are any other blue Jinjos that are like really out of the way for Steve. One's in Mildred. He's got one in Trash Can. I guess that's kind of out of the way. Although, like we said, he's probably going to go to CCL to knock off George. Oh, Mildred has a purple. Where is the blue one at HFP? It says
click on
Lava
the
Waterfall.
checklist. Yeah, Lava Waterfall. And Trash
Oh, here we go,
Can.
yeah.
Or-
Oh, yeah,
Trash
he's
Can
got
is the one
two
that's
back
out of
in
the way.
GGM with Clockworks.
The other ones are all fine.
Yeah. Mostly Clockworks. Need some Clockworks. The GGM ones are a bit out of the way, but I do like that he saved the Mumbo GGM Globo for when he comes back to do Jail Cell Jinjo. Alright, well, Steve's entering CCL now, so I guess we're going to see if he kills George. If he does not kill George, I have no clue what his 4th JRL Jiggy is going to be. And he's going this way. We know he's going to at least Gold Feather dive for the Globo. No, he is going for George. Okay. I like this choice.
The Globo. The Globo, though.
Yeah, he'll get the Globo. He's just killing George. Okay, are we going to see a Mumbo Star Spinner from Dango?
I mean, you try it. You know how to do it.
Nice cheeky Gold Feather dive there from Steve. Don't forget, Steve does have to go back to MT to hit the Kickball Stadium warp.
Yeah, but look at all this time he's saving from fast swimming.
Okay, so Dango saving quitting. He's going to do Star Spinner after Saucer Apparel.
Sure, that works. There.
Oh my god, Dango isn't going to Toxic Waste, Cole. Cole?
gets the go hit George. Because it is a better shot to George. I just find it funny that we're both going to be in the trash can at the same time here.
This will be the first time I've ever seen somebody DCW to trash can. Ever.
Nice first clockwork.
Anybody
We're
know?
synced, we're both in the trash can.
Anybody know if Steve got the other Globo inside?
He did.
So yeah, he DCW's here, Cole. He kills George, and then he just walks off the edge.
Yeah.
Which, I gotta be honest, I don't know if I like this. Because now, how is he doing? Now he has to get 390.
Plungo. He needs the skip Plungo too. He's gonna...
But now he's got to learn Springies.
Yeah, so he's got to leave the level.
Okay, gonna have to ask Dango about this one when he's done. Steve doing the shot from the water. I've always hated this shot from the water. I'm so glad now we do it from the top of the silo. Steve, like, you have to raise the cursor.
Just go stand on the bridge.
What is going on here?
100 clockworks down the toilet.
Okay, that was a lot of clockworks there. Dango heading back to do Saucer Peril now. So how many notes does Dango have?
I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to his notes because I didn't think he was going to need notes.
That's what I was saying. I didn't think he was going to DCW. Or, I mean, I knew he was going to DCW, but I thought he was going to Toxic Waste. So now Xenernicus, he does have to do TDL, get Springies, and break in, and do all the stuff that we said he had to do. Which I don't know if I like at all. Yeah, now Ruford makes sense. He's at like 360-ish. Okay, so notes are fine. Yeah, I'm shocked by the choice to DCW to CCL just to kill George.
He does.
No. No, I mean the only way he has no way of getting solo B into HFP. Since he shut down his Toxic Waste option. He just wanted to make sure he killed George. It's alright, both of them still have a lot to go. Anything could happen here. We still don't even know if Dango's row is good. Like, we said that too at the very beginning.
Yeah, the one that stood out to me, but also stood out as there's just a lot of bait in it.
I really don't know if I like it without the DCW Toxic Waste. Because like I just said, now he does have to get Spring Ace, break in, and do 4-4 early.
Because I would have done GI as one of my levels.
Right, yeah. Well, no, I don't know about that. I think you still do MT, GGM Witchy World, right? Still way faster. Because you would have, because keep in mind, you would have DCW'd to GI without Clockworks. Although, well, technically, I guess you didn't technically have to, but you would have had to do the swim instead. You could have DCW'd to GI with Clockworks, I suppose. I still think you do MT, GGM Witchy World here. Yeah, Trash Can to me seems very off. Like, I don't agree with it. We might be giving it up for game 3, but I'm not going to say that yet. Still need to see how much more Dango has after Saucy. Really, it's just the GI. I just don't know. Like, his GI route now is just as slow as it could have possibly been. Especially with having to get Springies. But I guess if he already had 360 notes and he was planning on it. I didn't notice he was getting that many notes, but I guess he did. He must have grabbed extra when he was the van. I never noticed. All right, Steve's heading back to Cliff Top. That's true. Steve could choke HFP for forever. Slip clip super slide.
Yeah, this is nice having to get this Globo. You'll have a fast way to get up top.
Yeah, he's just going to go straight to upper, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Steve. You're dead. Oh, nice flutter.
At least it's not too far top.
Oh, he almost got a Clockwork out of it. Now he will.
But yeah, you're going to see some interesting routing here from Dango. He saved all of this for the second trip so that he could go grab this, go in here, grab this last Cheeto page, Death Warp, be back in Space Zone, and end on Saucer.
Dango did Saucer.
Oh, he did
Yeah.
Saucer already? Oh.
Yeah, so now he goes to MT. And then he goes to JRL. And then he goes to GI. He did Star Spinner and Saucer.
Too many things that start with S in Space Zone.
Great slit clip. Great slit clip.
There we go.
Now, here's what I was talking about. He's going to do lava. Looks good. Very nice. Oh, you're right. I did miss one. Thank you.
You might have not did the
I don't think I got the TDL cage.
TDL one. Yeah.
So yeah, Steve just has the rest of HFP, JRL, and GI, whereas Dango has the rest of MT, JRL, and GI. And I guess both of them need to do floor 4 early. Unless
Does have
Steve,
enough notes that
unless Steve is getting claws, which I don't know what his note count is at. Yeah, he did. He did. He's gonna get JRL Mumbo Globo when he goes back for Pano. Yeah, and floor 3 will be on his way. Okay, time for fish. Time for fish and ice wall.
Okay, so yeah, he is still collecting notes.
Is he done with this? He leaves empty. I think he's done.
Nice.
First try super slide from Steve is huge. Here comes Ice Wall.
He's doing a pretty nice HFP.
Oh, and Dango hasn't even opened Cliff Top. I forgot. Nope, not quite, Steve. This'll work. Up a little higher. Oh, wow. Very nice. Dango,
No, he has not.
Dango has been to CCL. He is done in CCL. He has not been to Cliff Top or GI. Steve's trying to get here so we can use the Chili Willy burst. He's gonna have 2 chances. Nice pause! Wow, 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 that was so fast. Oh my gosh. That might have just saved Steve.
Yeah, like I said, that was a really good HFP.
I mean, that was right on cycle.
This is where he death warps and then does the MT.
Now, Dango, all Dango has to do in here is free George, and then he's on his way to GI.
Oh, but he didn't do the.
He forgot it, Cole. When the hell else is he gonna do that?
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, I'm sorry, free the water. Nunya. Not George. George is dead.
Well, George is the water, so.
Yeah, true. Now we're freeing George to JRL. I think Steve forgot the warp pad, Cole.
Hopefully he remembers it.
He has it marked. He has it marked. When did he go in there? I never saw him do kickball early.
I missed it if he did.
Huh? Are you gonna go back in the VOD?
I'm gonna go back, yeah.
I can't believe I missed it if he did it on screen. Why is Steve going in here? Oh, to do pig pool. Yeah, I don't think Steve freed George either.
He
Or
did
freed
not.
the water. Now, did he go into kickball? Did you see that yet?
No. He did not do it.
At all. So he has it marked. He thinks he's done it, and he has not.
Well, let me double check to see if we just were dumb and missed it at the start. And doing kickball early.
And Dango just did pig pool, right? He just hit the toxic. I think this is over. Anyways.
No, he didn't get it there either. He just never got it.
So Steve just forgot that it was a warp pad. He hit all the other ones, went into prison compound, and he said, yeah, I got them all. Ooh, that's even worse. Well... that kind of puts a anticlimactic end to this semifinal. Oh, and now Steve has to get by the fan blades.
Yeah.
Yeah, with double air, this is so much easier. How is Dango about to be done? What do you mean?
He did goals.
Yeah, he did all his goals. He did everything. I mean, Dango still has to break in, do floor 4 early. He still has a fair amount, but Steve forgetting HFP stuff is a problem. Like, what does Steve what does Steve even marked?
Unless he didn't realize that, like, he may have thought you had to hit the button first before you could do the HFP thing, and he's just doing things out of order. We thought the same thing, iCup.
Where did he just warp to? Clifftop? Back to HFP?
Yeah, he remembered he needed to do pig pool, or he thought he had to do it at a certain order.
Oh, he thought he had to hit the toxic switch, then release the water?
Yeah.
Oh, if that's the case, that is a
Or he just
painful mess
forgot
up.
and he realized he was missing a Jiggy in JRL.
Yeah, but surely he's just going to save and quit here. He's not going to go over to kickball. I mean, if he doesn't go
Yeah,
over to
this is
kickball
where-
stadium, like, literally none of this matters. Like,
There's
Dango
three
could fail
episodes,
4-4 early for 5 years, and it won't matter because Steve will not be done. There's Pigpool. Save and quit? Yeah, we're cooked, Steve. We are cooked. No Kickball Stadium Warp. It's over. And Steve has to do Twinklies, which is way slower than unscrewing the platforms. Yeah, way slower than unscrewing the platforms. Dango doing some random pauses. There it is. 4th try. Good job, Dango. iCup, take a look at your competition. You had an absolutely flawless game 1. Questionable decisions in game 2, though, I will say. Not the perfect bingo player, right, Cole? Gotta really ask him about this trip to George.
Hey, it's working out.
I mean, he's gonna win, but I'm very curious. I only need 3 games true. Yeah, Steve definitely he had a Steve had a great HFP. Besides forgetting to do Pigpool there at the end. Otherwise, all of his clockwork shots, the Chili Willy Igloo shot, all that was great. But the rest of this route, not so much. Yeah, I do think Steve's throw was not as good as we thought it was going to be. I agree. But also, Steve did a lot of stuff that we thought he wasn't going to do. Like, we did not know Steve was going to do double air for the swim. We thought he was going to DCW into Toxic Waste or use the Taxi Pack synergy. You know, we thought maybe kickball early. We thought maybe he was going to remember to do kickball. Like I said, kickball in the HFP Jiggy route is not great because you have to go over there as solo K and then again as BK. I still think column 4 was the best row on the card, personally. I like it better than these. But it kind of begs the same question with how are you getting the blue Jinjo and Toxic Waste? Man, and Steve's going out of his way for Claw Clambers just to avoid floor 4 early, which I just don't know if that's worth it. See, did Dango go in the right window with the platform? He did. Missing the bolt, though. Steve down with Globus. Unfortunately, all Dango has to do is
Flying floor.
floor 3, boiler plant, fly in. Yeah, except Steve's real last thing is Kickball Stadium. Kickball Stadium Warp. Some swift 2-0s here in semifinals, Cole. We'll have to see what happens in our grand finals best of 5. And time. GG's. All right, GG's.
Yeah, I deserve to lose this one.
Nice job, Dango. Clean 2-0.
Thank you.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
We've got a lot of questions to ask this game.
Oh my god. Yeah.
All right, so first question for Dango. Dango, why not DCW to toxic waste?
It's a great question.
Okay, great.
I
Because we were like, why the hell are we going to trash can just to kill George?
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I'm glad that you admit that was a mistake. Then Steve, another question we had was did you forget about Kickball Stadium?
A total mistake.
What do you mean I forgot about Kickball Stadium?
Kickball Stadium Warp Pad.
Yes, I did, in fact. Okay. I guess
we
it
were
wouldn't
like,
have mattered anyways. I mean, it's not the only thing I forgot about, though. It's not the only
needed
thing
to
I
end
forgot
your
about.
HFP by walking in there at the very least, which
Yeah.
is what we thought you were doing, and then you just
Until you just mentioned it, I completely forgot about that.
yeah.
Wow.
When you said you had marked it as done, we were worried.
Yeah.
And then the other thing we thought was going to happen was, since you were doing Pack Whack and Taxi for Twinkling, we wanted you to do the same and just take another battery to Toxic Waste, then Taxi Pack the Blue Jinjo.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I mean, it was basically between, getting double air and doing the swim when I was already going to be in Smugglers versus opening the door and getting the battery.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I just felt more comfortable with this way, and I could use, the double air.
And then
also,
go
I
ahead.
forgot to press to release the water in HFP.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know
also,
because we thought, we were like, oh, is he coming back now to do a BK route? Because we were like, oh, he rejoins and then does the warp pad, but then you just completely forgot the warp pad was a thing.
Yeah, I just flat out forgot. And also, I didn't commit early enough to what I was gonna do in terms of notes. I was like, yeah, I'll stop at 405 and just do flow 4 early. But then I was like, man, I'm so close. I should just get more notes. But I had already skipped a bunch of fast notes.
Yep.
And I was like continuously thinking about that, and that's part of why I forgot the switch in HFP and stuff. Yeah, it was a mess. It was just a mess.
Yeah, I know Dango will disagree with me. I do not like getting claws in rows that do not hard require claws. That's just me, though.
It really depends on the goal. I find, like, for example, if you have to get like a decent amount of notes and you're doing all 3 platforms in GI, like the unscrewable ones, you save so much time by just doing the window jump.
Yeah.
Because it makes the route so fast. It can really be worth it to grab claws just for that.
So you did forget to release the water, though? That wasn't like I have to do this first?
No, I just forgot. I mean, I went back to JRL and I was like, oh, I forgot the doubloon, that's annoying. And then as I was walking over to the toxic waste switch, I was like, fuck, dude, I forgot to release the water in HFP.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we didn't know if you thought you had to hit the switch first, then release the water, which that would be dumb, but yeah.
Yeah, I knew that you didn't have to. There was so much going on. I also, another mistake, usually when I have to get a lot of stuff, like a lot of globos, I like to actually write it out so I have a list, and I didn't do that, and so I was constantly thinking about my globos. I slightly overrouted them too. Just too much to think about, and so I ended up forgetting things.
Well, you had a great HFP besides forgetting the freeing of the water.
And besides getting shot out of midair, then being at low health, then being like, oh, I need to death warp,
Yeah.
then remembering as I was dying, oh shit, I could have just done volcano.
Yep. Yep.
But aside from that, it was perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a real, I mean, doing the slit clip to lava waterfall to super slide to ice wall to absolutely disgusting ice train shot. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's actually
immediately down. I was like, this is like probably one of the best tournament HFPs. But yeah, I forgot you got knocked out of midair with the big bomb.
Yeah, the thing is, I could have just skipped that Globo, and I mean, that was purely a relic of me not knowing how many I was gonna need. Yeah, I could have just walked out normally and would have been a lot more clean.
Yeah. Well, Dango, congratulations on advancing.
GG,
By
Dango,
the way, Dango did row 5, Steve did row 4. I forgot to mention that. You guys weren't doing the same thing.
Row 5. Oh, did Dango actually get claws for the platforms?
He did not. He did 4-4
not.
earlied. Yeah, and we were right at the beginning of the row. We were like, "Oh my god, is this the fabled row for the roof warp?" But then we were like, "No, cuz you should just go to toxic waste." But we would have liked roof warp over trash can, that's for sure. See,
you guys...
he went to trash can just to kill George and then left the level, which we were like, not a fan of this.
I wasn't even sure you could DCW to trash can. I was actually thinking about
you can if you leave
4 for a little bit, but
that's what we said. I liked column 4. I did like column 4 a lot.
But I just hate Dodge 'em Dome so much.
Yeah.
You spend like the first 30 minutes of your bingo in Witchy World.
Yeah,
so
but then you
I
get
was
to
like,
do
"Nah, I don't want to do it."
but then you get to do you just do dive cactus dodge 'em dumb.
Yeah.
And then it's one of your levels. And then you DCW to toxic waste again for Blue Jinjo with Talent Torpedo. You do double toxic waste jiggies for GI jiggies. I really liked column 4. You said you did not what? Hello, Dango? Come in, Dango. He's dead. He's overwhelmed with victory.
Oh no.
We lost
Rest in
Dango.
peace, Dango. There he is again.
There he is, but his mic isn't working.
Oh no.
My was glitching.
He's gonna use the prize pool money to buy a better setup.
Yeah, please do that, Dango. Please.
I do need a better setup, but one of these days.
I didn't understand what you said.
Anyway,
He said one of these days. We can hear you,
okay.
but you are stuttering like hell.
Okay. Full flashing screen when you complete a bingo.
There we go.
Is slowing things down. There we go.
Wait, I haven't actually completed one. Okay, yeah, nice. Yeah, I mean, GG's Dango. Really good game.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to watching it back.
Yeah, same. Both game 1 and game 2 for different reasons.
Dango, congrats on making grand finals against iCup. You've guaranteed yourself at least $600. That's pretty great, considering you offered $250 to the prize pool, so a little bit of your money back and more. That will be a best of 5, but it will be put on hold until we get the third place match underway. Steve, you fall to losers to face Xenernicus for the third place match of 300. That is still only a best of 3. So best of luck to you guys. You will have to schedule that match before Dango and iCup can schedule their best of 5 grand finals.
Right,
so hopefully we can get to that soon. And yeah, we'll take a couple months off. And
don't know how busy Xenornicus is, but I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. All right, well, thank you, Cole, for doing commentary again today for the semifinal. Very enjoyable. And thanks, Dango and Steve, for setting up your match. We appreciate it. And best of luck to you both in the third place match and the grand finals, of course. Best of luck to iCup and Xenernicus as well. We won't be choosy here. We just got 2 more matches to go, guys, until this tournament is kaput. So very exciting. Ready to see what the future holds for us. Thanks, chat. We will keep you posted on when the next match is, but until then, we are done here. Sayonara. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.